Hello everyone. Hopefully this is all coming through just fine. Just turn on this. And hopefully everyone can hear me okay. Let me know if the game audio is a bit too high or too low. But today this week is case study week. So if you don't know what these are, is a case study week is, and let me turn down that volume for in my ears. Case study week is a week where we look at a game and we take a sort of analytical approach to it. So we try and look at it and try and figure out how it's made and how they do certain things in it. And then the following week, we'll try and recreate an aspect of it or several aspects of it in a live tutorial. So this week I've chosen Borderlands 3. Most only for the reason that I had it installed, and I know it's an Unreal Engine 4 game, which is handy to know because then we know what can and can't be done in the engine. Yeah, and it's quite a popular one too. So just at the start of this game, I haven't played this one before. I've played 2 and 1, but not 3. I've got chat open, so if you have any questions about Borderlands 3 or any suggestions for content to try and replicate in this game in next week's tutorial, let me know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this after the fact. Yeah. Okay, so we're going up to here, and I'm guessing we're customizing stuff. I'll leave it as is. I'm not fussed. What do you want me to do? Okay. I've heard things about this game, and when I saw it being advertised, I was a bit complacent with it, thinking it was just basically Borderlands 2 yet again. I wish they'd done something a bit more adventurous with it. I think it's the last time they could do something like this, where it is literally like a carbon copy. If they do a Borderlands 4, it's going to be something really different. Hello, Josh in the chat, and hello, Senora. Sorry if I can't pronounce your name. I'm crap at names. So this is just some tutorial stuff. So we've got these little point of interest icons. These are widgets inside the world using screen space. And you know they're using screen space because they don't change in size. So no matter how far away you are, they are the correct size. Tutorial section, so we're just learning all the controls with Claptrap here. So it's a pretty standard setup with this game. It's you've got just basically an RPG FPS game, quests, loot, and so forth. We've got in the UI, we've got some custom shaped UI. I've just got to follow him, wait for him. Josh is asking, everyone wants to know how they procedurally create weapon meshes. Some 3D modeling work required for that one, of course, but just to see how it could be done with cubes or cylinders would suffice in programming purposes. I've actually got that already up on the channel. So if you want to check it out, it's just search for randomized guns. I've got it up on my channel already. Essentially, it's just a load of presets with a load of anchor points, and you make them hook onto the anchor points. They go a bit further with it by changing the bullet types, and they also do some things where certain components will change the functionality of the gun, so this could be interesting. Okay, so right, I won't pay attention to what he's saying. Right, open chest, great, cool. Okay. One thing that often comes up, by the way, with Borderlands and their style they've chosen, I can see M. Senora in Twitch is asking he would love to see how to render like Borderlands. Now, the rendering in Borderlands is often a hot debate because people often think it is called cell shading, but this isn't actually cell shading. Yeah, this is nothing like cell shading is not this. This is posterization and just general texture work. Cell shading is when shadows don't gradiate. So you see there's a gradient between light and dark here. That's not cell shading. That is just simple rendering. And there's some weird choices as well where like characters like Claptrap here doesn't cast shadows on himself. Only onto the ground, so you can see his mesh doesn't actually show any shadows on his arms or anything like that. It's quite basic. But the texturing here it's all mostly painted on. Like it's not a post-processing mostly here. You can do a lot of this with post-processing. So around these skulls you can see here that's post-processing, where you draw 1 pixel line of black. But these big thick black ones on here, they're just textures. Right, so I didn't pay attention. Bear with, sorry. Ooh. Oh, I'm losing a lot of health. Actually pay attention and not fuck about. Okay. Any more health anywhere?
I know Claptrap can be a little claptrap, but he's still one of us. You're gonna have to save him. I'll be there soon.
Any more chests? Yep. Okay, let's go back to chat and see what people are saying. Retro is asking, any tips for looping a firing function for a gun with parameters? What do you mean looping a firing function? Do you mean like auto fire? Because I've got that already on my shooting tutorials, or an a fully automatic gun. I sometimes do get questions about how you do like bullet numbers coming up, like shot values. Oh shit, I'm almost dead. Oh crap. I'm playing on normal as well. I should have put on easy because I've got to talk to chat as well at the same time. So, I'm not the greatest FPS player. Search for a shield, take for shield, okay. Let's find a shield. So I do find it's a weird comic book style that they like negate a lot of shadows. So like the objects themselves do not cast shadows on themselves by the looks of it. Like there's no shadow there. That's just textured, so that's an interesting choice. They cast shadows on the world, but not not on themselves. In fact, you can tell. Don't know. I was gonna say I'm not too sure whether that shadow's baked for this, but it is for this because that does make sense. That's got shadow, that doesn't. So, don't know. We'll keep looking for more examples and see how they've done their lighting. But it looks like it's very basic lighting. But I say this posterization is mostly textured. It's not, doesn't look. It's there as a post process, but it's mostly. Oh, I won't pay attention. Where is it? Up here. Ah, yeah. Where is it? Oop. There we go. Yep. Okay. Got a shield. Right. The shot values, are they 3D widgets? Essentially, yeah. You make them screen space. And you animate them to go up in the air randomly. But what you need to do is pass through to them the value and whether it's a critical or anything like that as well. We could do that next week if that's something people want to know how to do. See if I can find any more examples of lighting and shadows in this. So yeah, that's that post processor you can see is on these skulls. Well, at least I can see it on my screen. I don't know if you can because of the bandwidth and all that, but there is a post process involved where it does like a single pixel line of dark. But like all these big thick black lines, they're just textured. So if you want that, you just paint it in the texture. Okay. And if you want to know how to do that posterization, there is a load of tutorial to do the post process online. I've seen them all over the place, including Epic's website. It's too far away from that. Do you want to do exploding barrels? We can do exploding barrels. Oh, I've got no ammo. There you go. I haven't been paying attention. I don't know if I've actually picked up any other weapons. Go on. Sorry, I'm just reading chat there. Yep, leveling up. Cool. So Retro is asking, his function is just a projectile being fired from a muzzle location to the middle of the screen, but I want to make it customization in a way of parameters of a projectile class sound at muzzle and what muzzle flash. Oh right, okay. I know what you mean. I mean, yeah, if your muzzle flash is dependent on the gun, you just tell it to do that on the gun. You put the gun have variables of what emitter to play and what sound to play, and then when you say play sound, you drag that variable in and use that variable to play that sound rather than hard code it. Okay. Have I actually got any other weapon? How do I actually go into my stuff? What have I actually got? Have I actually got anything? Yep. Yeah, okay. Sure. What's all this? Okay. So I don't have another weapon. Okay. If you want to know how to make things fly towards you, like you saw the ammo there fly towards you, we can also do that next week if you want. If that's something people want to know how to do. Like, have crap just fly at you to pick it up. Senora, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. You saw some videos where they add a blueprint node such as DDX and DDY to turn regular mesh into a low poly mesh. Can you expand on that in a dedicated tutorial? Thanks. Yeah, I can do. Essentially what they're doing. Yeah, I know what you mean. They get rid of the smoothing group, so the polygon faces are visible. I can do, yeah. Pardon me. Yeah, apologies about last night. I wasn't really well at all. I came out of a one-to-one session with someone, and I just felt really lightheaded and dizzy, like I was about to pass out, and I just laid down for the rest of the evening. Okay, right. Jump down, I guess. I can't remember. Is there full damage in this? Let's find out. No.
Take your medicine.
Wow! I did it! I single-handedly took on the COV and sent them packing. Now all that's left is to signal Lilith that the mission is complete.
Okay. Tutorial done. I've forgotten all about these characters.
Lilith, I can safely report that Operation Trojan Claptrap was a complete success. I did it all by myself.
I'll bet. Well,
Got some nice sand effects going on here.
so this'll have to do for now.
We can go through that if you want to know how to do this sand effect. We can try and figure that one out. I would imagine that is a well-aligned texture that's panning, and that's all it is. I'd imagine. I don't know, that'd be a fun one to try and figure out. Does it go over the wet bit? No. Just that texture. Not even this bit. So the landscape texture has got that on its own material. Okay. So it's like a sand sort of effect to show the wind blowing sand.
And you're the voice in my head, right?
Do 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 do.
Yeah, about that. Not the way you
Let's open up some things.
Oh, we might not have the numbers, but with a badass like you, we've got a fighting chance. Welcome to the Crimson Raiders.
No problem, Senora.
Door's a dangerous place. That grenade mod will come in handy. You should equip it before we get started. Let me know when you're ready.
Alright, equip a grenade mod. Okay. That one. There. Okay. Let's speak to Lilith.
Ready to chuck some boom and frag some maniacs. Alright. I call that one.
If you're joining us, this is a case study week, which means
More COV. Let's see what you
um cool. We are looking at a game that we can try and replicate some aspect of next week. In our live tutorial session. So grenades, I've got a video on. You can see how you do grenades. So possible options we got for next week's video. Again, you guys can vote for this. I don't mind what we do. We've got bullet numbers coming flying off people with critical hits as well registered. Sound effects on the ground. Get this sort of wind sound effect. We got, what else did we say? Exploding barrels and types of barrels you can explode. Again, let us know what you fancy learning about next week that you want to try and replicate from this game.
All right, we got a foothold. Maybe things are turning our way. Come on, killer, you're with me. Let me
Okay.
heads up. A while back we found
Unlock action skill. Okay, let's do that. No, which one is it? This one? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we got grenade launcher, a railgun, or a minigun. Kind of like the idea of a grenade launcher. What does this turn into? It's just minigun. Minigun sounds quite cool as well. We'll go for the minigun. Can I pick that yet? I don't know. Oh wait, okay. Choose the equip skills. Yeah. Can I not pick it yet? Oh, I don't have skill points. He told me I had a skill point. Oh wait, I'm misreading things. It is quite late, by the way. So I can pick two. Okay. Let's go for the grenade launcher as well then.
vaults all over
Okay.
Borderlands. Dream come true, right? I didn't realize how big of a target it was.
Has
Lost.
convolution reverb.
This way.
Convol.
So focused.
Pardon me, I don't know what convolution is. What do you mean by convolution? Am I being dumb?
Bandit clans used
Let me
to
Google it.
murder each other for fun. Now they're all under one banner. A cult. The Children of the Vault. Right. Come on, let's take a look around. Their leaders are the Calypso twins, and their followers worship them like gods. They're convinced the map will lead them to something called the Great Vault, and they've been slaughtering anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, reverberation. Oh, sound. Okay. It's sound. I don't know. I'm not a big sound person. I can't answer that one right now. I have to do some research into it. But I would imagine it would.
Locked. Not gonna keep a siren out, though.
Guess it's lots of rest for the wicked. I'll stand guard.
Okay. Got some specular stuff on their doors. Okay. What else can we get from here?
What do we have here?
The Sun Smasher clan has recovered the sacred vault map. Send our followers to invite the Sun Smashers into our holy family. And hurry, the twin gods grow hungry.
The map.
Do you want to know how to do that? Video screen? Where you have a 3D character on the video screen? We can do that if you want.
I'll open the gate. Come on, this way.
That's quite a fun one to do that. The sort of TV character on the TV talking. So if you want to do that, we can do that. That'd be a good one to do. Probably Gavin's asking if I've ever played Remnant of the Ashes. If so, could you begin to explain how they keep track of player deaths, actions performed, crit spots hit? These unlock traits within the game. Great concept. Okay, so I haven't played it, but it is a skill tracking system, a stat tracking system, which I actually have planned to come out at some point. I can't tell you when, but it is planning to come out. It's recorded. It was recorded for someone else who wanted it, and they got it like exclusively for a bit. But that will be out in the future. But essentially, it is on the game instance, and you store the stats on there, and you can save them into a save file if you want to store them for later use. But yeah, I actually have already recorded that. It's just a matter of time before it comes out. Getting a bit of lag probably because I'm recording as well at the same time. I didn't pay attention to the quest objective. Just got to find Sun Smasher Chief. I don't know what the hell that is. I wasn't paying attention. I assume that's a person. Got a customizer. Hi. Oh, sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I don't read Korean. But I'm a student living in Korea. Your UE4 course is very helpful. Thank you always. I really wanted to say it. You're awesome. Thank you. Remnant from Neshes would be a good idea for this type of stream. Lots of great concepts. Thank you for the response, and we'll be looking for it. I don't own it yet, but if that's people really want to see it, I can look into it at some point. Is it worth getting a vehicle? I'm gonna pick up this quest over here. Yeah, so we've got. So if you want to know how to do this, we could show you how to do this. Okay.
Just so you know, getting caught by that magnet was all part of the plan.
Vending machine is broken? Gah, how am I supposed to profit off
So we're gonna follow this cable here. This is a spline.
heroic vault hunter such as yourself?
Spline mesh.
Let's fix my vending machine. And by that I mean
So it needs a battery or something that's missing from there.
psychos always scavenging to make their buzz axes and meat bicycles. You'll need to replace that circuit with something. You know, some skags are chock full of electricity. Get me one of their spines. Better get used to doing things like this if you want to survive on Pandora. Oh, and if you're feeling
Collect skag spine.
you could also try getting a human spine from one of those filthy bandits. That could work.
So there's some obvious use of colour, by the way, just to point out so everyone's aware. Green, if it's green, you can open it. That colour coding into the player's psyche is important. So it makes them want to look out for it. So be consistent with what colour you're using. You'll notice it uses the same green for everything, and they try and find clever ways to incorporate it. Let's go over here. Is this worth getting a vehicle for? Yes. Let's get a vehicle. Go away. Right, let's go get a vehicle. Oh yeah, is it? Oh, it's on Game Pass, is it? Oh, I've got Game Pass, so okay, cool. We can check that out at some point. I'll give it a download and play it. We haven't got vehicles yet. Okay. God's sake. If you haven't got vehicles yet, don't put the icon on the map. Or make it at least look like it's dead with no lights on it or something, you know. Language. Yep. Just hoof it over here. Oh, it wasn't that far away anyway. Okay. Oh. Oh, I accidentally triggered my ultimate thing. That's cool. Oh, she's fun. Oh, this is fun. It's a cool power up. That recharges quick, doesn't it? Oh. Can you get out of that? Hold left control to get out. Okay. Okay. Where'd it go? There it is. So if you're just joining us, Classic, we are doing a case study. So basically we take a look at a game and you can ask questions. We can figure out how they've done it in this game. And then next week we try and recreate elements that we identified this week. So we are analysing a game, trying to learn from it. So I've got the Skag Spine. We're going to use the Skag Spine now. Okay. I'm going to go back to the thing. So if you have any questions on how to do anything in here, just ask in chat. We can try and figure it out. Rodrigo's asking if I've done any tutorials on vehicles, Ryan. I have, but they're not out yet. To public anyway. The patrons are going to get one about taking control of a vehicle, so you're in a first person and then switching to a car and then getting out the car. That's coming out to patrons this month. No ETA yet on when that will be out publicly. Okay, it recharged my ult because I leveled up. Okay. Let's give myself some skill points, by the way, while we're here. Let's improve the heat of my minigun. Can I do that yet? Well, consume ammo, increase damage, decrease heat per shot. Okay. And we now unlocked this. Let's actually get ourselves a better gun. Oh, I can't use it yet. I need level 4. Okay, fine. No other weapon. No. Marcos bubble. Okay. Nothing special. Okay. Right. So we'll go to the Smasher Chief.
I'd like to know who I'm working with. What made you decide to be a Vault Hunter? Well, my old squad is all dead, and Vladov thinks I am too, so it's just me and Iron Bear. Mech repairs aren't cheap, and I heard there's...
Oh, that's the checkpoint, isn't it?
Vaults attract all kinds. Just remember, the power inside them is hard to protect.
Oh.
It's up to us to make sure it doesn't end up in the wrong hands. Trust me, nothing can happen.
Makes you proper bullet!
Oh.
You do not want this.
To the Great Hall! Feel it!
Epic have updated their educational resources. I haven't looked yet. I also got that email too. I haven't looked at it though. Been hella busy. Is that something? That looks like something. So I'm not talking much. I'm not designed to be a Let's Player. Much rather teach how to make stuff like this. Die, bitch. There you go. You son of a bitch. I actually said that as well. Cool. Oh, let's kill this dude behind here. Cool. Okay. If you haven't yet checked it out, by the way, go to my Patreon page and you can see a detail of what's coming this month for patrons and publicly as well. So lots of cool stuff in the works. Looking forward to getting it all out. Is there anything cool here? No. Oh. Once I clear this bit, we'll have a look at chat again. Just don't want to die. It drags this out a bit. Again, if you're just joining us, this is case study week, so we're looking at Borderlands 3 here. If you have any questions about how they made certain aspects of it, ask away. We'll try to figure it out, and we can then do a tutorial next week, going over how to recreate it.
Fight for the wrong side? Get dead.
Where is this person? Oh, there you are. Got ragdoll. If you want to know how to do ragdoll, you do that. Usually I put stuff on top. No. So we've got a few options so far that have come up. We've got stuff flying towards you, like you saw there, like ammo, money, things like that. We've got barrels that explode, different types of barrels, yada yada. Some sand and dust effects on the ground, how to do more dynamic ground effects. What kind of things would you like to see replicated from this game? Let's have a look at what people have been saying in here. So, probably Gavin's saying the siren phase lock ability is a really pretty cool concept in this game. Picking enemies up in an orb with perks, changing the effects, throwing them down, etc. Oh, right, okay. I see. Okay, let's get out of here. If you want to know how to do a mech, we can try and do a mech if you want. Let's spin his points. Hang on. Continue adding that. And we'll use our Hyperion. I guess it's a submachine gun, is that? And we'll update our shield. And we'll know of options there. Cool. Oh yeah, the crit hits. If you want to know how to do the crit hits with the damage numbers, we can do that as well. Equila. Someone explained to me how to merge two inventories. I'm lost. Inventories everywhere. The main thing to remember about inventories, no matter how you present it or what you do with it, an inventory essentially is just an array. It's just a list of stuff. So if you think of it in that sense, no matter what you're doing, you're just combining arrays together, adding stuff to an array. So it's taking from one array to another array. That's all you're doing. What changes how you present it on the screen to the player. That's all you really, the only thing that you're really doing differently. How do they do weapon and armor compares? That's a good question. It would be simply just looking at the data that's on that object. So you have an actor, which is the gun. The gun has all the stats on it. And you look at the item in your inventory, that will also have the stats on it. Oh my god. That gun was poo. And probably Gavin wants to know about elemental damage resistances in this game. We can do that too. Yeah, that's an option.
Nice to meet you. Hey, thanks. If you hadn't come along, I might be dead. So, what are you doing here?
So, Senor, that is going to be part of the RPG FPS thing. The thing I mentioned in the Patreon post, it'd be part of that.
But, now I'm a bandit war chief. Go Sun Smashers. I mean, at least I used to be a war chief. Until, my clan found that stupid alien junk. I warned them not to mess with that crap. But what do? They tie me up and they take it to the Calypso twins. Not cool, bro. Well, we should probably get out of here before the COV come back. So, where are Lilith and the Raiders hanging these days?
Former COV Propaganda Center. Emphasis on former.
Now we're talking. Come on, let's get out of here. I'll lead the way, even though I'm totally unarmed. Can't let them know you're afraid and totally defenseless, bro. Bandit life!
His foot's clipping through the floor there. Bit of an IK issue there.
So, you took over
It
the
fixed
COV
itself.
Propaganda Center all by your little self?
You know it, Tidy Whitey.
I am impressed. Oh man, the children of the vault totally trashed my camp. Like, that is not where that bloody skull should be. It is completely ruining the vibe. Oh, I know a shortcut. This way.
That masterful texture work there. That nice seam. Lovely. This thing looks important. Where is this? I can't damage it, can I?
Onward! Is what I'd say if I weren't just standing here waiting for you to do something. Skag Central, am I right? I'm gonna let you take care of him. Only thing I'm packing right now is not something I'm gonna use on a skag.
Smacked down!
Oh, hell no!
Not bad gun. It's a bit inaccurate up close, but got some kick on it. That's because I'm in water, bollocks. We can do electrifying water if you want as well. That could be something we could show how to do. Oh Christ.
Clear! Nice! Let's go meet up with the Firehawk. Those Calypsos won't stop until every bandit on Pandora worships them like gods. Bandits don't need gods. We worship a hot fire and a charred piece of meat.
We'll continue playing for another 5 to 10 minutes, so if you have any further questions or if you want to cast your vote into what we do next weekend, we can do the tutorial on that. Probably having a tutorial on boss fight AI with different attack moves within a preset range stages within the boss, like an range mechanic. Will be complicated but awesome. So probably Gavin, I've actually done something like that very similarly before. If you check out my Christmas game series, I'll actually show you how I done my snowman boss fight, and that's got different phases and timers and things like that. So it might be worth checking out. But yep, I want to do more of that stuff later on in the future. But say for now, you can check out my snowman fight on my Christmas series.
Bloody skulls up on the walls. You got yourself a nice, cozy place here, friend.
Vaughn? What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, Lilith! Former war chief of the Sun Smashers reporting for duty.
Anything to do with Niagara? Yeah, I want to do more Niagara stuff. Down the line, we'll eventually get there.
Vault Hunter, did you find the map?
Especially now it's actually in-engine proper.
Didn't find the map, so I brought a bandit instead.
Map? If you're talking about that alien junk, my clan is bringing it to the Calypso twins as an offering. They're heading to the broadcast center. It's where the Calypsos host murder.
Oh dear.
Can't let the Calypsos get that map. The Holy Broadcast Center is a long ride. Vault Hunter, you're gonna need some wheels. My friend Ellie runs the catch a ride. Go introduce yourself and she'll hook you up.
Ellie. Okay. Let's have a look at the map. Okay, she's over there. We've got a quest over here.
I know you're busy, but friendly reminder, you can totally be busier. Please help me!
Lost his antenna.
You have to help me! I lost my antenna!
Will you stop crying if I say I'll help?
Yes! I'm gonna be bigger and badder than ever. But
Okay.
this is an important fashion decision.
Oh, pardon me.
Antenna options, recruit. Options, I say. Go forth. Even though finding me a new antenna is vitally important, you can do this mission on the
Is this worth doing? Probably not. Oh god, no. No, let's do it, Eddie.
side, and you'll probably want to get a vehicle for this one.
Yeah, he just said it. We'll get Eddie. So what would be people's preference for next week's tutorial? What would you like to see from this game remade? We've got options we've got available to us are different elemental attacks with barrels that affect like water and things like that. So like if it's electric, it will affect water and electrify anything in the water. We could do DPS numbers that fly off enemies with the crit score and things like that. We can got CCTV sort of thing set up where you can see enemies in the CCTV monitors and things like that. What else? Dynamic ground effects like wind on the grass and the sand.
Now remind me.
What would you like to see being done next week? Next weekend.
God Queen Tyrene, drink soup from the skull of the great heretic!
My bad. Finger slipped. Oh, howdy. Didn't see you there. I heard y'all were in the neighborhood. Good to see old Lil found some new blood. I'm Ellie. Hey, what are you staring at, hun?
Damn, you're sturdy. It'd take an army to knock you down.
Ain't you a heartbreaker? Lil said you was looking for a vehicle. Damn cultist stole all mine. Mind stealing me one back? Then I'll set you up.
Josh is voting for barrels and their so on effects around the environment. Yeah, that'd be quite cool to do. And he's going to hit up Patreon. Good man. Patrons at the moment have got the entire abilities system series. They've also got the start of the Melee AI series and get the end of that this week, next week as well. I can't remember what else they got. They got loads of stuff. Notifications. Oh my god, they got loads of stuff. I think there's like 30 videos they've got so far. Character stats, yeah, we could try and do that. We'll see what we can do.
If you want, you can try hijacking a vehicle. Ain't nothing to it. Just run up to one and kindly tell the driver to skedaddle.
Oh dear. Core the scope when it says poo. Oh.
Go on, ball hunter. March on up to the car of your choice and kick the driver out.
Thanks for the I can't read it from here. Georgie Chidzi for subscribe. Thank you. It's not a bad gun, it's just wish the scope was better. It's too wavy. Secrets. Oh, by the way. Yes. After this fight, we're going to end the stream. So if you got any other suggestions for content for next week, let's come up with there, I think. Or how Borderlands would have maybe attempted something. Or vote for what you want to see next week. Let us know in chat now, or forever hold your peace. If we know how to do a mech, we could probably do a mech.
You know, I miss the old bandits. You need to have a twice-baked skag turd for a brain to believe those cult leaders. Tyrene Calypso is just a sexy rabble-rouser, and her brother Troy is creepier than a slow dance with a hot corpse.
Sure.
You're near a dead claptrap unit. Those are all over. I'm the last of my product line. I need you to salvage their parts so I can build a new friend.
There you go. There it is. Cool.
Just park your car there, hun.
Minimap. We've already got a minimap tutorial on the channel. One of my first ones I did. Just search for advanced minimap. You'll see how to do something similar to what you see there. Complex character abilities. A mech would be sweet, or a summonable pet with its own moves, etc. I still think Siren Face Lock would be cool. Pick up enemies and throw them down at walls. Yeah, okay. We could do more physics-based stuff, maybe. Rodrigo wants more in-depth world menu. And Gavin does a revealed map like Resident Evil with different colours indicating explored areas and floors. Okay. No, I haven't covered that yet. That's something I could look at. I doubt it would be a good one to do for next weekend, but we can definitely put it on the docket for a future video series down the line.
The rocket launcher I've been testing. All yours, sweet thing. Just make sure you equip it.
Okay. Alright. That's quite a cool effect.
Ellie got you rolling? She always does. Now, head to the Holy Broadcast
I
Center
like that.
and find that map.
Hey, Bo Hunter. This cult dumbass calls himself the Holy Dump Truck. Well, he's been
Okay, I think we're going to end it there. It's getting quite late for myself, so we'll end it right there. So next weekend, we'll probably do the barrel thing. I'll have a think about it in a week, and again, if anyone has any comments they want to add to the video, they can do. After the fact, after today, that'd be fine as well. So thanks again for checking in tonight, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.